Ah, you're the consultant to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Mr. Zhongli, I presume. The Millilith are watching our every move now. These are desperate times. We mustn't act rashly.
Desperate times?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally...
Do they intend to
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already... However, both sides were quite obstinate.
It seems inevitable, given...
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge the contracts of the
Surely the Liyue Qixing are not the sort to give in...
Their boneheadedness is known
And what now?
That's all Ningguang. She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, only now do they want to start keeping tabs. Anyway, Mr. Zhongli,
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue Harbor.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediary between both sides? Neither path is...
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor has also been caught up in all of this.
Things are taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wangsheng. Consider your next course of action carefully, traveler. If you're trying to prevent an explosion, it may be wisest to look for the fuse first.
Having connections with the Fatui seems to be quite the double-edged sword. So what does Zhongli mean by looking for the fuse? Oh, Paimon gets it. If there's anyone that wants to see, he must be waiting for the moment when no one is. But where could we find him? Where would he go at a time like... the gold? It looked impressive enough from the outside, but who would have guessed that it was even fancier on the inside? This is where all of Teyvat's mora is minted, right? In that— Oh, so it's a trap! But even if we can't take any, or better yet, take a nap on top of a— Oh, right! It's quiet. Huh? Look! What happened here? Uh-oh. Quick! We have to go make sure that the Exuvia—
You've already fulfilled your task as guides.
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way. Where should I start? Well, I've never been one to beat around the bush, you know. If it weren't for that lovely little rite of parting ceremony you put together, stopping the Mora mints, hiding away the
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia all along?
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, she will get that which she desires. I'm not asking for your blessing. The time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. Either way, we now come to the battle.
Battle? So you're the type that goes looking—
You could say that. When Signora offended the deities out, instead of confronting you directly, when she faces a worthy opponent. But as for me—
We won't let what happened in my—
Oh, so Besides, you could never defeat me, not even in your wildest dreams. But hey, fighting talk, I love it! Now let's see you live up to it.
Let what happened in— You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so what— Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross. Where— If it weren't for that love— Stop.
So you've been planning—
As one of the she will get that which she desires. I'm not at the time for discussion and either way. The battle.
Battle? So—
You could say that. When instead of confronting you when she faces a but as for me—
We won't let what happened—
Oh, so besides, you could never defeat me. Fighting talk, I love it! This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with a Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me. Don't you dare disappoint. Passable effort. Passable effort. Poor
Power
time.
that ended Haishan!
Clear shot. You've made some progress.
Back off!
Passable effort.
Back off!
Not bad, not bad.
Not bad.
Guess I should take you more serious. Good. No wonder Senora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger. Has your luck run out?
You haven't won yet.
Something else catch your eye?
Come on, we can do it.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Back off! You haven't won yet.
This! You've got some skills. Disappear! The price of a single slip. Break! Win! Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get. Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia.
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected. Well then, I'll be taking more Axis Gnosis now. Huh? I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
Not bad. But this is going to cost you! You got the nooses ahead. Of me, didn't you? faster? Or did you leak the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose? No matter. Hand the Gnosis over. Now! Don't make me take it from you.
We didn't take it!
Let's light it up! Yeah! Ha! Let's light it up! Let's light it up! Everybody
Die
stand back!
here.
Power that ended Hypedon! Back off! Not bad.
Ready, steady, go!
Die here.
Let's light it up! That's gonna hurt in the morning. Teamwork is dreamwork!
You're a cut above.
Look! Child's back to normal again!
Well then, time to cool off. It seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation. And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of... You had no connection to the Gnosis.
That's what we've been trying to tell you!
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. You already know the answer, don't you? But if that is a secret you wish to keep, this battle has already left me sad. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend. Even if our friendship can only be shown.
Pretty sure that's not the normal...
Unfortunately, I must bring... Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. In fact, it might be that the Exuvia was just a diversion of sorts.
What? So you mean that...
Yes, it appears so. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is... As such, we must...
backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this. For the weak, the truth is, the world belongs to those who pursue strength. I seldom willingly involve myself with the weak. Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui Harbinger.
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyon's stone forest.
A god?
Osial, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Mor. If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Leo, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch the...
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How can an ancient...
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey, those are sigils of permission! Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researched...
Indeed. The one that was given with the power of so many sigils of permission using the powers of ancient but knowing that such an action will not only force the Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Lyra, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone. That guy is fast. What's going on? If we hadn't happened to see the Jade, did we make it in time?
What are you doing here?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade ship?
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside.
Oh, Paimon gets it. Just seeing this Overlord of the
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies like that thing? So will the power of the Chising, Millilith, and Adepti gather?
We've already discussed this together.
What? Wait, all of you were supposed to be the...
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Chi Sing did once research the matter of the Guizhong, and as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong ballista. For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would...
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be thankful for. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong ballista to fight off that god. All the Adepti here can lend their strength to man it. We haven't a moment to spare. Our battle be...
Yep.
The Fatui! They're attacking the Guizhong ballista!
The three Adepti are manning the Guizhong ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work.
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you. One wishes to witness.
You can't run! Well,
Yeah.
looks like I went too far. Have a look at this. Let's move.
Windblade. I miscalculated.
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
Come on, we can do it.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How daring. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
Stay right there. Let's end this quickly.
The ancient god's attacking again! There are so many between too! We can't look!
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children?
Huh?
Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is adeptal energy! That light from your body, it's like the time in Julian Karst! Wow! It's Madam King's shockwave! This granny's really strong!
Do my work. You're not going to.
We go! Let's light it up! Teamwork is dreamwork!
I miscalculated. This isn't good.
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil! Cast your fear of injury by the wayside, and fight with all your might! I too did this during the Archon War!
So this is what Ganyu's like in a fight!
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast!
Off we go!
Child, you are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
To ashes! Back off! Eyes on...
Exercise caution! I fear that the god's power has reached its peak! In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
This isn't good.
To ashes! Power that ends. I
Ningguang! Ha! Everybody stand back! The Fatui's numbers are thinning!
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
Eyes on me! Look at me.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster, the effects of the sigil, it will be some time before the Overlord of the Void.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be...
Save your flattery. We did it.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started. At first, it was only the size of a small room. But with it is a testament to Ningguang's entire life. Both that seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her.
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such... Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti...
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test, but that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the... Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights...
Are you questioning our means of protecting?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue in a...
Forebears, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a lineage.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. Each passing generation of the Qixing, I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule, but I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him in silence until the moment.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outland?
Right. That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides.
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughing...
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens? I know...
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millilith. I have come... I thought this battle would perhaps be my... Although I am a mere...
Huh? Why does everyone look so...
Weren't you frightened, dear?
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millilith guards were there, and when danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. It must be... Aww.
You see, this is what Liyue is like today. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection. Although their blood is weak, the time of contracts between gods and Liyue has...
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a...
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to Liyue Harbor.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, conqueror of demons.
Yes, one understands what the conqueror of demons means. The city of one fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contract, fair enough.
Since we Adepti have consensus, but how will we ensure that the Liyue Qixing will not simply exploit their power?
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of
Looks like the conflict between... Oh, right! It's nice that we've got Pete. Child wanted to unleash the god, but we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom of that... Paimon doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adepti-less rite of parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshen Funeral Parlor.
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready. It's hard to remain on dry land for so long. Never quite seem to get...